And today I talk about a very important role of Israel in the Kargil war. Uh, when you look at the time deep 15 years ago, when there was this misadventure by Pakistan on the Kargil hills, and it began a new era of the new limited warfare. A new kind of a warfare that could go among two nuclear powered states. Before this, there had never been such a limited warfare where the two armies were involved, but the war was limited to a particular place. So this also helped India develop its new doctrine that's called the cold start doctrine, where India would roll over using very fast and lightning speed, it's therefore called cold start because it would start right away, and the first layer would go inside without the backing of the second layer. Now the era has changed of warfare, and in the time of the 21st century, when you have a lot of international pressure and a full-scale war might affect economies of great nation, so limited warfare is a new dimension that came in. Now in this limited war that happened in Kargil in 1999, in July 1999, the new things that India required at those times, which were not available to her, and India was oblivious to these kind of requirements before that, and Israel at that time came in, jumped in, and helped India to get those things. So when you talk about limited warfare, there are 3-4 important things that comes into your mind and that are required to achieve the strategic objective, and we are going to look on that. So we require the satellite images that could sense the troop movement in day as well as in night, and that's where again India and Israel launched a spy satellite after 5 years or 8 years of Kargil war. The other part was unmanned drones that became very important in these kind of warfare. And there were some other aspects like laser guided systems that help for precision hitting, so those were again some important thing. Let's look at what was happening back that time. Now there is a national highway that joins India to Leh. You can see that marked in black, and Kargil was, and if you can look at the point there, Kargil is very close to that point, and it's on Indian side of the line of control. So if somebody could take in Kargil, it would link India's national highway that goes to Leh. So that's why the strategic importance of Kargil is there, and this is a map that is taken from a news report which talks about how things were happening, and how this Kargil and the Tiger Hill, which was the most crucial hill there, that went into Pakistan's hand, where India had to get that evacuated. Now, when we look at this war, it was an armed conflict between India and Pakistan that took place between May and July 1999. It's on the Kargil district, on the line of control. The cause of this war was the infiltration of Pakistani soldiers and Kashmiri militants into positions of Indian side of LOC, which serves as a de facto border between the two states. The town of Kargil is located 205 kilometers away from Srinagar, facing the northern areas of the LOC. An Indian highway NH1D connects Srinagar that cuts to Kargil, and you can see that in the black line here, that connects Leh with Kargil. The area that witnessed the infiltration and fighting is a 160-kilometer long stretch of ridges overlooking this only road linking Srinagar and Leh. India got victory in this war after Pakistan agreed to pull out its men from Kargil and the surrounding areas. So this is a screenshot, and these are buffer system that are used to fire and give cover to the ground forces that would take over. We have been talking about this new military dimension, and the only country which has got experience of limited warfare and use of sophisticated technologies that are pertinent to the domain of limited warfare is Israel, and also India's strategic partner. So Israel sprung to India's aid for providing the desperately needed image about Pakistan's position on the Kargil height. This partnership later developed where India and Israel launched a spy satellite that could keep watch on the Pakistan and the Iran area, and the terrains where they came from was all stones. The intruders emerged into the background, and it was not very easy to locate them. And also, secondly, the target they had occupied were the peaks and also the other side of the hills. There's a statement by Air Marshal Ahluwalia, and that's what make this fight a little tricky. Now, Tel Aviv jumped in with unmanned reconnaissance aircraft or drones in battle zone to assist India direct this war effort. This was one force multiplication Pakistan had not reckoned with, and if you remember, in 1999 India had a centre-right government of Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee, who headed a right-winged party BJP in India. So that was again a time when the political openness or dynamism existed of more cooperation and more open and overt cooperation with Israel. So that was again a thing that should be noted was happening. And on the Pakistan side, this was initiated by Pakistan's military dictator General Pervez Musharraf, who then took over after this war and who did a coup. So at that time Pakistan was ruled over by Nawab Sharif, who again claims that he was oblivious to the military misadventure. So at that time it was a good time for India to look over and use the machinery that was given by Israel. So unmanned UAV made a lot of difference. They fly for much longer, up to 24 hours, and are able to sense even simpler movement on the ground. And that is one reason why you have in the limited warfare domain, you cannot cross the LOC, and you have to be careful about using the Air Force. So that was one reason. And people believe that Air Force was brought in much late, and had it been the Air Force would have come earlier, then things would have been different. So this UAV is quite interesting to note. It's quite light, 68 kgs, small, just around 6 meters. Wide span is around 8.54. The gross weight is around 500 kg, and the capacity is around 68 kg. It flies at 200 km per hour. The endurance is 18 hours, and it could fly at a ceiling of 6,100. So that was about IAI Searcher UAV. If you look at the Heron UAV, and this has been an important UAV, the operators were 12. The length is 8.5. The wingspan is nearly double. The maximum takeoff weight is nearly 1,000 kg, a max speed of 200 kilometers, a range of 350 kilometers, and a service ceiling of 10,000 meters, and an endurance of 52 hours, and with a payload of 250 kg. Now, when you look at the strategic importance of these UAV, they are very important when in case of a limited warfare or an anti-terror or a surgical strike. So in that ways, this was quite an important area. Now, Tiger Hill was one area that Indian army took over, and if you see the green part, that was some part that was taken over, and the whole idea was to cut the linkage of Srinagar-Leh highway. So Israel played a very crucial role in the victory of Kargil. After that, India's military doctrine was in greater cooperation on topics like surgical strikes and limited warfare, which Indian army was not very acquainted with, or they were not really expecting this kind of misadventure by Pakistan, and they were lacking in the field of reconnaissance. So satellite imagery, precision bombs, which were provided by Israel, turned the tide of war and helped India. This is the photo of Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee. He heads the same party which is in power in India today, headed by Mr. Narendra Modi. So the same center-right party of India. These are some references that I have used to study about this, and if you were to look at this, you should look at a few documentaries on the Tiger Hill.